So let's check out this. Y'all put a one in the chat if you can see in here. This is a quick video. I think it's a short. And then it's 43 seconds. Then we'll go to the next Milk Bar video. And then we're gonna get to Send Fade reacts. Let's go.
Alex Clark calling me out. Are you kidding me? Should I do what she did? And it would have been more moral for me to invite the Wall Street Journal a literal week after Charlie is murdered. I couldn't even speak to the press that week. I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk, actually. Haven't even given one interview about Charlie Kirk because it felt icky to me.
When you say you believe that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by someone close to him, what do you mean?
I think that in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot.
She did an interview 16 days after Charlie Kirk died. Once again, the internet is undefeated, Candace. You're lying on videos, and then information is being used against you to expose you of you making dumb lies. This is a stupid lie to say. I have not been interviewed. I have not spoken with the media. What do you mean? But didn't tell anybody she did the CNN interview until it dropped. I didn't even know this was a thing. Why lie about this stuff? As if we can't, put two and two together. Maybe the candy asses can't do simple math, but we can. You did this on the 16th. 16 days on the 26th, after 16 days after Charlie Kirk's death on September 10th. You went and did this on September 26th. You can't make this up. That's a dumb lie.
What do you mean?
I think that in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out. And I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that. I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk, actually. Haven't even given one interview about Charlie Kirk because it felt icky to me. We just know.
Dumb lie.
We just know that he was.
Yeah, this is the second one here. This is Candace Owens from Trump plus U.S. government killed Kirk plus can't be trusted to. Yeah. Okay. So she trusts nothing and no one for no reason at all. But yet she wants to believe the French government about some Israeli operative and a female French assassin and some payments from a club that deals mostly with meals and wine, and studies the science of food. I mean, you can't make this up.
Truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. That's what them giving people a holiday after they kill them. Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard. Nothing is making sense at all. It has not made sense from the very beginning. Okay. And that's because the feds are involved. And I
need to go back. Let me tell you something. I don't speak code. And I'm not going to some alternate reality. I know what I'm seeing and hearing with my own two eyes. He pointed out an email where they confirmed that she will be discussing Charlie Kirk. Even saying his name is discussing him. So is it the definition of the term discussion that you're confused with? Because you can go on dictionary.com and look up the definition of that word. She lied. If you're not going to talk about someone or discuss them, you won't even say their name. Would you not?
Just know that he was truly
She didn't have to say anything about him.
In one of the most egregious ways that I think we just know. Alex Clark calling me out. Are you kidding me? Should I do what she did? And it would have been more moral for me to invite the Wall Street Journal a literal week after Charlie is murdered. I couldn't even speak to the press that week. I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk, actually. Haven't even given one interview about Charlie Kirk because it felt icky to me.
Yeah, she said, I still haven't. She was speaking in present tense because words matter. Y'all see this? I still haven't. For her to say, I didn't speak about him that week to the press is one thing. For her to say, I still have not spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk is a totally different. The time that she made this video, she was speaking in present tense. She wasn't only referring to that week. I still haven't. This is after September 26th. And if you're a Candy ass cult member, then I know you obsess over her videos and her page and her channel. Go to this video, look at the date and timestamp. She's saying, I still have not. I still haven't. Meaning current, present tense. Because, is it the English barrier that's happening here? Words matter. Candace still has not learned that. She lied. She spoke to the press as of the date she recorded this, because she said, I still haven't spoken to the press. She had spoke to them 16 days after he died. You don't say present tense unless she's really this stupid. So either you're going to have to admit she's an airhead and she doesn't know how to use words properly, or she lied. Which one is it?
Actually, haven't even given one interview about Charlie Kirk because it felt icky to me.
When you say you believe that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by someone close to him, what do you mean?
Yeah, see what MilkBar put up? I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie. I still haven't. I don't expect bots to get the premise of, past tense, present tense, future tense. But, when we speak the English language, sometimes speaking in whether past tense or present tense matters. It changes the whole concept of the statement you're making. I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk. That is the key. She should not have said that if she did not mean it. But why say it if you had not spoken to them? Truly. So either she doesn't understand how to speak English or she lied.
I think that in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out. And I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that.
I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk, actually.
You can't make
even
this
given
up.
one interview about Charlie Kirk because it felt icky to me.
We just know.
Candace, what's icky is you putting sponsors in all these videos where you talk about Charlie Kirk. That's icky. And just sponsor this nonsense to death. The fact that she did to my friend Charlie Kirk, that had sponsors in it. They had a B-roll, some roll credits in that, the ads, and she took it out after she got called out on it. But she would have had ass in that video had she not been called out on it, because Candace, it just felt so icky to me and to everyone else with a soul and a conscience. Can't make this up.
Know that he was truly betrayed in one of the most egregious ways that I think I've ever seen. It has made me lose faith in politics. It has made me fully lose faith in Trump. And my heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics. And they just were like, nope, that is it. What's with them giving people a holiday after they kill them? Why is that a thing? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Martin Luther King, what about this holiday? What about this boulevard? Anyways, let me knock it off. Like, they're going to give Charlie Kirk a boulevard.
Nothing is making sense at all. It has not made sense from the very beginning. Okay. And that's because the feds are involved. And my instinct has always been that the feds injected themselves immediately into this case because they were staging a cover-up. So what exactly are the feds building their case on? Vibes or sheer corruption? Because I'm thinking it might be the latter. Yeah, you got to be just insane to trust the authorities. As soon as somebody says, we're just trusting the authorities, suspect on the list. What do you mean?
Candace, so you trust the authorities now? Because you're saying that, you want a response from the White House, from the media. Why? You don't trust the media either, Candace. See, you and your candy ass cult members, you guys are highly hypocritical. But because you don't understand the definition of that term, then you don't understand the concept of when you're being hypocritical. Or maybe you do, you just don't care. So that's why I don't care in saying what I say. And how many other times I want to say it, I'm going to say it. I feel nothing when I say this. Candace is absolutely hypocritical. She is the epitome of that word. She is the walking, living, breathing example of hypocritical. That's it. Hypocrisy on steroids. So you don't trust the government. You don't trust mainstream media. but you want the White House to give a statement, which is part of mainstream media. Candace literally could get a press pass and go to the White House and actually sit in one of the press conferences if she wanted to. But then she don't want to do that because she doesn't trust this administration anymore. And yet she wants this administration to help her get out of this Macron lawsuit, or wants them to say something. You know, when I say them, I mean Trump and the administration. She wants Trump and J.D. Vance to say something to the Macrons because they sued her. But she doesn't trust Trump and J.D. Vance any other time, because hypocrisy. She doesn't trust mainstream media, but she wants mainstream media to respond about her fake alleged assassination attempt because hypocrisy. She doesn't trust the feds, but yet she trusted the word of some so-called French government employee, some high-ranking employee that she won't name or give a title for. She won't even name what agency or department they work with, because hypocrisy. She won't do any of those things. It's ridiculous. We're here to debunk you, Candace.
We're trusting the feds. Like, since when are we doing that? And since when do we trust the feds? I don't really trust these feds, right? I'm like, no, we don't trust the feds. We don't trust the feds. We can only trust the feds. Tell us what happened.
Oh, man.
Right. We can't trust them at all because it feels to me, okay, that this is a conspiracy, a federal level conspiracy. So is this AI or is this a female fed that put these messages together? Gut instinct is that this was a military operation, based off everything that I've seen and the lingering questions that I have and some other.
Which branch of military again? Because she never said that. Which branch of military? Was it the Army? Was it the Marines? There are like 4 main branches of the military. Oh, 5 if you include the Coast Guard. Which branch of military, she never said that. Which branch of military to the candy asses? Because, you guys speak code. Maybe you guys are mind reading her and it's something we're missing out on. Which branch of military? Be specific. I mean, if you're going to go there with the accusation, you might as well be specific. Or is it just all branches of the U.S. military? How insulting is that? Every active duty member and veteran should be mad and just, insulted at this nonsense.
Needs that we are working on. That's how I feel. My general perspective is that we live in a nation that is governed by the military. So I don't necessarily believe that Trump is in control of things. And if you are under any illusions that America is a sovereign nation, you need to wake up. Memorial thing in Arizona, which is not a funeral. It's a memorial event. Okay. That is, by the way, in large part from what I understand, being controlled by the White House. Trump is controlled by Zionists.
You can't make this up.
So they're like baiting me here. Why would I be invited by anyone in Trump's Zionist administration? And I think we all recognize that the person.
Yeah, to this so-called Charlie Kirk funeral memorial that she didn't want to go to, and she would rather had listened to Kanye West. How's that going, Candace? How's that whole relationship with Kanye West going right now since he apologized to a Jewish rabbi? How's that going? Because she refuses to talk about that. Anything that could even remotely have her look embarrassed or that she's embarrassed of, she just ignores it. When is the motion to dismiss going to be scheduled, Candace? Stop playing around with this lawsuit and stop stalling.
Person that has the most power over all of our nations at this moment is Bibi Netanyahu. Of course, he's the boss. He's the big boss, Bibi. And that's how this nation has accrued so much power across the world through a very systemic process of blackmail. Hence, Trump gaslighting us about Jeffrey Epstein, because everybody is implicated. Okay, these are blackmail rings, but for Trump, this is masked down. Okay, he is now rendered the impotent leader. He is telling you he is not America first. I don't even know if he's America second at this point.
That's a girl who wants to move to Russia. Candace, when you packing up, we'll help you. Bye, girl. Bye, Felicia.
I accidentally ruined the Fed narrative. I think we accidentally ruined what they were.
Who is we? Oh, is she talking about her and her coat? Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
We're going to try to do to frame this.
Okay, there's no question. They killed you. There's no way. That's like their signature thing. It's like that's what they do. It's the Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you. They're like Holiday in a boulevard. And it's never on the nice side of town either. Like Charlie Kirk Boulevard is not going to be a nice side of town. Anyways,